What is going on, guys? This is David Lyon, founder of Evolving Man. And in this video, I want to talk about the challenges that might be coming up for you as a man in your relationship to women. Like feeling too vulnerable, feeling like you cannot maintain your own boundaries, feeling like you cannot maintain kind of a sexual spark between the two of you, feeling completely emotionally dependent. And I want to propose a kind of cause of this problem, maybe not the only one, but one that is regularly being overlooked and that can be kind of a simple solution. So this actually came up in an online men's circle that I hosted last week, which I did together with my partner. So she did a women's circle, I did a men's circle, and then we brought the two together. And we explored in the men's circle the questions: what are challenges that come up for you in relationship to women? And how is that affected by your relationship to men in your life? And so it was such an eye-opener for so many of us, where we realized, fuck, I so miss having this band of brothers around me who I trust and who I can open up to, but where I can also be wild and kind of have adventures and have fun, like this kind of being part of a pack, right? So many men are these lone wolves. And then when you have a woman in your life who you feel really close with, you know, can be your partner, can be a lover, doesn't even have to be, but it often is, and you start really opening up, it's almost like you only then start becoming aware of all your emotional needs. Now, if your partner or if this woman is the only place you can meet all these things, that's a huge pressure on the relationship. And it's going to be quite hard to kind of have any kind of spaciousness in the relationship and play and things changing, because it's like, I finally have a place where I can get all my emotional needs met. Please love me. And the woman is like, oh my God, please leave me alone, right? And so one thing that we really saw so clearly in this men's circle is, whoa, if we had more of these really strong friendships to other men, right? And we could overcome these stupid paradigms of homophobia, like men cannot touch each other, men cannot be intimate with each other. I'm not even saying sexually, but just this kind of being with each other with an open heart, right? We're so used to kind of protecting ourselves and being really shielded when we're with other men, like constantly competing with each other and trying to prove our self-worth. Now, for me, there's a healthy competition. There's this kind of everyone gives their best, and when I'm with someone who is close to as good as I am, or maybe even a bit better, it really pushes me. Like, that can be great. But if it's not also connected to, hey, and whether I win or lose, I know this man loves me. I know I can give him a hug, and I'm not going to be called gay, right? All these things that make it really hard to have, you know, these nourishing, deep, powerful friendships with other men. So if you're missing that, you're definitely not the only one. Like on this circle, every man kind of said, whoa, I would love to have more of that, myself included. Okay. Now, how can we move this forward, right? So if you agree with me up to this point that, having better friendships with men in your life might actually improve your whole life, including your relationships to women. It might actually be a lot easier to be yourself in relationship to women, because you're not dependent on this one relationship. Like, you know, hey, my brothers have my back, okay? So what can we do? Especially if, like me, you have kind of developed quite a mistrust for other men. Like, you know, I cannot trust men, I need to protect myself, all these things, right? So one thing that I found really powerful in this online circle is it doesn't take much for men to open up. It might just be asking the right questions. It might just be something like, hey, what is important for you in friendships? What do you really care about? I feel like there's such a deep hunger in most men for more close relationships, for more intimacy, for more depth. They might not even be aware of it themselves, but it's so there. So when you can create a space where men can open up a bit more, they're going to be so grateful for that. Okay? And so it takes that kind of courage of taking the first step and being like, What if we don't keep on playing the same old games? What if we try something else? What if we're being real with each other? What if I share what I'm experiencing? What if I share how I feel? What if I share my biggest failures with you? And what if we don't have to get freaking drunk to do that, but we can do it sober? Okay, so really simple questions that just go a bit deeper. How has this situation affected you and your relationships? The kind of current COVID-19 situation. One example. What are you really afraid of? What do you really want in your life? There's so many ways to kind of start engaging on a deeper level than most men do regularly, okay? And so again, the men in your life are probably going to be incredibly grateful for you to do that. And if they're not, if they respond like a dick, then maybe they're not your friend, right? So try it out and let me know if you resonate with this. This is something that you are facing as well as a kind of challenge and ongoing question of how can I have deeper relationships with other men, all right? So as always, with Evolving Men, you're seen, you're loved, you're appreciated. Keep evolving, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.